Hey guys, I'm Cesar Millan.
Cesar, what are we doing today?
Today we are welcoming dogs with disabilities or senior dogs, which normally I don't bring into the ranch because the ranch was made for aggressive, fearful, or dogs that practice avoidance, fight, flight avoidance. And humans reject them, push them away, give them away.
Why do people push these type of dogs away?
Well, I love the quote: "The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be measured by the ways animals are treated." We treat humans the same way. We treat animals as disposable. If it doesn't have a certain look, a certain value, then human can actually not love. But to me, as long as they're alive, that's a spirit inside. And then you're gonna see something very beautiful because they're gonna survive. The dogs on a wheelchair, they're gonna survive, on a wheelchair, meaning they're not gonna stop just because their legs don't work. Listen, we don't just give up on dogs that have, body problems, like dogs, with 3 legs, 2 legs, deform. I've seen dogs, they have, this part, they don't have it. That requires a special human, right? But we give up on dogs that are fearful. We give up on dogs that are aggressive. We give up on dogs that don't listen to people. There's millions of dogs in a shelter. Where does those dogs come from, right? Why is there so many shelters? Why is it people with beautiful hearts, they have to create shelters, right, to rescue these dogs? Why we have to do that? Because it's a need, right? Where's this need come from? Yeah.
Cesar!
How are you?
Trudy!
Trudy.
Nice to meet you. I gotta give you a hug. Like the best.
Welcome to the ranch.
Thank you. My dog she's introducing herself this
Hey,
way.
This is for dogs. This is for
Right.
dogs.
Right?
So Cesar, Amy, ella es
Amy.
la dueña de la
How are you? Pleasure.
Thanks for having us today.
Yeah. No.
Can you get my guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is my real
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
out of the...
We got her. We got you.
That's right. We got you, Una.
Una's a ball of energy. A ball of energy.
Come on, Annie.
No!
He won't do it without the leash?
Oh, I can let her go.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I
Let him be free.
Hold on.
You
I
ladies,
guess it'll just get all...
you ladies want to know why I bought the land?
Why?
Because there's a lot of dogs in America that don't practice freedom. See, they go to a park to practice be free, but you're not free when you're behind walls,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So the land of the free wasn't free. That's what I realized when I started, servicing people, right? Because I saw that most dogs in America were too excited. They became aggressive, fearful, or they ignored the human, fight, flight, avoidance, right? But I also saw that the American people were very excited about meeting a dog, like exactly what you do.
Cesar, you have a saying, and I was trying to think what it was in the order of it. Didn't you say smell,
Nose, eyes, ears.
sight,
Nose, eyes, ears.
nose, eyes, ears?
That's
Okay,
why the silence.
Yeah, nose, eyes, ears. Okay.
That's what the silence is. How you vibrate in front of a dog. Excitement is an energy, love is an energy, just like silence is an energy, just like calmness is an energy, just like intelligence is an energy. So what I did is silence, calmness, confidence, love, joy. Change the order so I can rehabilitate the American dogs because they were backwards. They were ears, eyes, nose. Right? Through the dogs, I rehabilitated America.
Yeah.
right? So for 20 years, what I've been doing is learning English, number one, so I can communicate with the American people, right? What is it that they're doing that the dog is not balanced? Because if you go to Mexico, dogs in Mexico are skinny, but they don't have psychological problems. And then you come to America, dogs are, those are chunky, therefore I have a TV show. You see it? So in America, dogs have rights and have money. In third country, no rights, no money. But they are normal. They're free. Number one, if you go to Baja, if you go to like all the rural areas, you're gonna see dogs off leash, right? What does that mean? That means their spirit is free to live. Versus a dog in America, everything is brought to them. The water, the food. So the dog doesn't work for it. Is it good for the dog to work for it? Yes. That's how aggression and frustration and all that is built, because he doesn't do anything with his life. So the same thing as when you're raising humans. If you give everything to the human, you automatically put them on pause. So they're not using spirit and instinct at an early age. You get it? That's why if you go to third country, you see how a 3-year-old takes care of a 2-year-old. The responsibility. So that's an instinctual thing, to be responsible. It's not emotional, it's not intellectual. So Mother Nature already has the formula how to be on Earth. Happy to be alive, responsible, passionate, and creative. Right? That's it. So if we follow that formula, handicapped dogs, dogs with aggression, will come back to who they are, which is spirit, instinct, heart, mind. That's it. But you need a place to see it, right? So I told God, I want to have a place so people can come and see the land, the philosophy, and the community. Right? So the community, people that come here, we all agree. It doesn't matter if you have a Rottweiler or a dog with a wheelchair on. Nobody sees that. We're all promoting good energy. So the Rottweiler can be with a dog in a wheelchair because they don't see themselves as a Rottweiler. They see themselves as spirit instinct. You see it? So the energy and the philosophy and the actions of human is what's going to make a dog stay normal or become abnormal.
I was 6 or 8 weeks old. I adopted her, and I took her to the vet. And he goes, Trudy, I want to remind you of something, because I've had dogs and animals forever. He goes, I really want to remind you of this, because I see more dogs now than I've ever seen before with separation anxiety. He goes, this is not a baby. This is a dog. You have to go back to like the 1950s when the dog was out on the front porch. All the 5 kids are in the house ignoring the dog, and the dog's totally happy. Right. Okay, just laying on the porch, right. not getting that intervention and that goo goo gaga. Right. He says, when you walk in the door, when you get home, walk by your dog. Just calmly walk by your dog, and because it'll be excited, and just let it kind of calm down. And she never has separation anxiety. I mean, it really set me straight.
This is like a perfect example of a super sensitive dog. Super sensitive, and so in a pack of dogs, she will automatically go in the back.
Which one? Oh, is she a back one? Is she?
So in this environment, so they show you who they are. Now, can they go in the front? Yes, they can go. All my clients' dogs go in the front because my clients put them in there. You understand? So can a dog take the front position? Yes, they can. Is it good for the back of the pack and middle of the pack dog to take the front? No, because it's a big responsibility and the mind is not programmed to do it. So we can go from the back of the pack to the front, but look, we have a mind.
Right.
So we can change positions.
Yeah.
And right, and some people, they can never go to the front.
True.
Right, and it's like, and they stay in that position. They were born for that position. That was already a decision. Now, how can we make sure that the first time a dog meets a dog in a wheelchair, it becomes a good memory? The dog in a wheelchair has to be calm. You see what I mean? Excitement is going to push everybody around.
Yeah.
just let them sniff it and
That's
check
correct.
it out.
So when a dog meets a baby, what's the best way, right? Everybody asks me, oh, what's the best way? Well, silence and calmness, number one. Then is a little bit of distance, because distance represents respect in the animal world. So if I keep distance, I'm giving you respect just by the proximity. So separation anxiety, when you keep distance, you allow the dog to practice waiting. That's simple. What makes a dog social is he knows different species, and he trusts and respects all of them. See, this is a perfect example how animals, when they don't know each other, and they don't care about the past, the background of the dogs. There you go. They're asking for distance. But because your dogs live in an excited world, they just go right into everybody's. So they don't hold rules, boundaries, limitations. So this conversation has nothing to do with a dog in a wheelchair. The conversation has everything to do with respect me. It's all about respect in the animal world. It's like the streets. It's all about respect. Political respect. Right? Money, fame, power, respect. See, so the Chihuahua Great Dane, when you see dog shows, they all have the leash in the same place. They all do the same motion.
I'm always, wrapping it around my hand, and they just kind of like you demonstrated, a very delicate.
Because it stops the brain. Then, when they're about to move, they move the brain. Then you can park the brain. Like horses. You walk the horse, stop the horse, park the horse. So the leash means three things: guiding, stop, park. You want to go for a walk? That's most people. Yeah, that's so. You see it? So that dog, by your design, by you creating that excitement, is gonna be in front. So that leash will not have those three uses anymore. Now you will be the one who will be stopped, who will be parked, who will be guided. You see it? And especially when people put harnesses on a dog. So the harness was made for pulling and tracking. One was made for the bloodhounds and the other one for the huskies. That was the reason why harnesses were made. Nose in the ground or pulling. You see it? So the mind has to surrender, just like we have to surrender to pay taxes. You can fight flight avoid all you want, but that tax thing is a leash. You see, a guy you to stop you can froze you. You see, so a dog or a human, if they're going to be good citizens, it's because they started from surrender, calm surrender. Right. And then they know when to do happy-go-lucky. You can't just be excited everywhere, right? And then you have to know when to do the calm confidence. Let me teach you how you can detect in a group, in a pack, in a litter.
Can you give us a read?
Yeah.
Our dog.
In a litter. Yeah, we will. In a litter of puppies, there's only going to be one that is called pick of the litter. So that's it. It's only one form, right? So in a group of beagles, only one is going to be able to go to best in show. The other ones, the breeder will call it pet quality or run of the litter. See it from middle back, and it's going and that person can have many pet qualities, 3, 4, many runs back of the pack. Only one leader per pack leader per litter.
Right. If you're adopting a dog, which we hope everyone does, how do you figure out if you're looking at a front of the pack dog, a middle of the pack dog, or the back of the pack dog, other than bringing it to you?
Well,
is there a way an average person can kind of say, okay, what kind of dog is this?
a back of the pack dog is going to exhibit surrender. It's going to lower the head quicker, just by your presence. That's it. In middle of the pack is going to do this. The front of the pack is going to do this. It's going to be like a lion. And I want you to begin with spirit instinct. And so with a new dog or a dog that is not yours, you're going to be able to do it faster than with your dog. Makes sense. Yeah. And so then once you tap into this way of being, then now you have the practice. But if we do it with your dog, you're gonna go right back to what you don't. You see what I'm saying? Or sometimes I don't even ask you to grab a dog. I ask you to grab a llama or a chicken or a thing, right? Because you have to convince them to trust you.
Because Cesar,
Yeah.
Luna's like had a lot of anxiety when we first got her. She was like found in a field in Oklahoma, kind of dragging around and was paralyzed. And when we got her, like we couldn't even leave her alone for 5 minutes. She would just like tear everything up and lose her mind. But now she's very like judgy of people, so she either loves you and accepts you and lets you pet her, or someone comes and she kind of growls and gets a little nasty. Like, do you think do you think she's being a good judge of people? Right.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. I do. She's picking up on like a negative energy that you might not overtly
That's right.
underline.
We don't know how that human felt before they enter into your office. We don't, we don't know, and they're gonna definitely judge that energy. Do I trust or not? That's all it is. It's nothing personal, right? Even if they repeat exactly, hey, Dad. Even if they do that, if the energy behind the person is not like yours, like even though you're doing excitement, you're still calm about it, right? You're still calm about it. You're happy about it, but not everybody has that energy towards them, So that's what they pick up. So here, I'm gonna show. That's too close. That's too close. They can smell. So this is intimate space, personal zone. So again, you ask me, how do I stop the dog from doing something that I don't agree with? What Andrew's doing right now is blocking, so the smell can still go in, but just at a distance. We're asking a dog to give intimate space. Okay, just give intimate space to the llama. Get to meet the llama. You don't have to be under the llama, because they respond with the flight. And if they can't fly, they take, right? I'm not agreeing with the expression. The barking is no need. Nobody else is barking, right? So she can get a feedback from the rest of the dogs. How else can we feel around a llama? See, look at Snow Monkey looking out there. They're so used to it that they just explode around the llama. So can a dog in a wheelchair learn to do the same thing a dog with no wheelchair? Of course. He's not handicapped in the head, he's handicapped in the body, right? So that's why we should never feel bad about a dog on a wheelchair, because the spirit and the instinct in the heart is the same.
And by the way, you did it on your own. That means your homework was done exactly.
See it? So you follow me. Now the key is not that you follow me, the key is that you follow you.
Yeah, okay. I won't.
But
I have the tools.
But exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So even you can be in New York and there's a whole bunch of dogs in front, and say, you know what? I want to feel exactly how I felt in Cesar's ranch.
Yeah.
And you can make New York become my ranch.
Oh.
Right?
Just like anytime. Yeah.
Just like something happened to you a long time ago and you are afraid. And if you bring that fear to New York, that's exactly what will happen.
Right.
Your mind is powerful, right?
Yeah.
So might as well let's just hold things that keep you powerful, such as patience, calmness, confidence, love, joy.
I see so many situations where they get a puppy, they buy a puppy or adopt a puppy, and it doesn't turn out to be the dog that they thought. And you take a senior, and somehow the senior seems a little bit more like moldable. Is that?
Yeah, he's seen a lot more.
Mm-hmm. So is that like your impression too? Is that something that we should be sharing with people?
Oh my God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I always tell people, look, before you get a dog, just foster. That's a good way to get to meet dogs, fostering dogs.
Oh, great.
If you understand birth, life, and death, understand that will happen, and also patience and calmness and kindness, and through integrity, right? Because to take care of a senior dog, for example, what people have to understand right away is birth, life, and death, right? It's closer to the death, right? Yeah, and why is it important to do that? Because it gives you access for you to understand that that's part of life. Because a lot of times people don't want to have a dog because they don't want the dog to die.
See, that would be me with a senior dog.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
I
so
see it that way.
Yeah, you helping souls.
Fast.
You helping souls. That's it. You helping souls. That's it. One can live 2 days, the other one can live 3 months, the other one can live 5 months, 15 years, 20 years.
I think we help senior dogs live longer, and I think they help us live longer.
Yeah.
You know, because I think having a dog makes you live longer.
Well, nothing grows if you don't give it.
That's right.
You see what I mean? So whatever you're giving life, boom, you get that life back right there.
Would you say, like, on average, when you're working with someone, I mean, just like to really do averages here, but a puppy versus a senior dog, is it easier to train a senior dog normally, or
It's
what?
tired. So when I think senior, I think a more tired dog. And once they enter into senior, they don't really want to raise puppies. So they're looking more for this quiet moment, the calm moment, literally like an old person.
Yeah.
You know, it's just older people with just quiet and calm. They're happy about it. Being in the sun,
Yeah.
you know, it's Florida. You get to see that vibration, right? When humans go to Florida, most of the time they're older people.
Lower vibe, yeah.
Right? And so those people will totally benefit with senior dogs. Totally.
Yeah.
Because they want to vibe
Yeah.
like that. But once you say, look, spiritually, this is what you're going to get. Instinctually, this is what you're going to get. Emotionally, this is what you're going to get. And your mind, which, by the way, we're here, what we take is memories. Life is about 3 things. Life, time, manage time wisely, memories. That's it.